right, so today, this is week 17, Friday. We are going to go over, I need you guys to lower your voice, please. Thank you. Questions 295 to 304. So this will be our last day to go over this. Once we hit the 300 mark, that is it. So if you have everything there, you're good and golden. And then you guys will have your final come Wednesday morning at 7:45. So make sure you guys are here for that. All right, so first things first, we'll start off at 295. Go ahead and highlight the important information about Nathaniel. So take a look at that. So Nathaniel is using the quadratic equation to solve x squared plus 5x minus 6. His steps are below. What are the solutions to the equation? So the solution basically just means what is your answer. So this is your last step, right? X is equal to -5 plus square root of 49 is a 7/2. That's your first answer. And x equals -5 minus 7/2. So those are your two answers. Now with your calculator, type that in, and what do you get? So take a moment, ladies, grab your calculators, type that in, and take a look. If you have your cell phone with you out, I kindly ask you guys to put your cell phone away because we are working on this. So if you have your cell phones, put them away, please, and make sure you're paying attention. All right, so here on the first one, you have a 2/2, which is a 1. Second one is a -12/2, which is a -6. So is that A, B, C, or D? Make sure you guys go ahead and take a look at that and fill that part out. All right, 296. Go ahead and highlight Rhett's problem on the quadratic equation. All right, so this is the equation he is using. Which of the following shows the correct substitution? So the correct substitution is negative. So your A is 1, your B is -2, your C is -3. So when I go ahead and substitute this in here, I'm going to have a -B, so -2, plus or minus the square root of B squared, so -2 squared, minus 4A, which is 1, C, which is -3, all the way over 2 times A, which is 2 times 1. So I have to clean this up a little bit. Double negative makes it a positive. And now look over here. Which one doesn't match? I have a +2 on the outside, so it can't be B. It cannot be D because that's a -2. So it's either A or C. But then if I gaze on this a little bit further, I also notice that on C, it is having a -2, but that -2 is not in parentheses. Your -2 must be in parentheses, so A as an apple would be correct. Okay, so 298, what is the discriminant? The discriminant is x is equal to b squared minus 4ac. So you want to copy that part down so that way you know what that is. So let's go ahead and plug the numbers in then. Okay, so your a is equal to -1, your b is 4, your c is -2. If you're like, how do you get those numbers, Callahan? It's a is right here, b is right there, c is right there. And so if I plug this in, I have a 4 squared minus 4ac. So that's going to be 16 minus 8. So what is that going to result in? A, B, C, or D? Oh, I'm done with it, so you can have it back. Here we go. $299. Go ahead and read the question and highlight the important information there, you guys. All right, what is the domain and range of the function? Remember, your domains are x values, your ranges are y values. So you're looking to see where does this graph go from left to right, and where does it go top and bottom? Okay, so in addition to that, if you look at this here, do you see how from left to right, it's negative infinity to positive infinity? It keeps going. But one thing that you should realize is that with the domain or the range, which is going up and down, it keeps going up, but how far down does it ever go? Does it ever pass 0? Nope. So that's as low as it gets, okay? So which one there says your domain is going to be from negative infinity to positive infinity, or all real numbers? And if you look at that, this one says all real numbers, this one says all real numbers, and actually this includes all the integers as well. So it could be A, B, C, or D, you know. So the next part here is you want to look at the y's, which is your range. Your range, which is the y's, is going to be from 0 to positive infinity, or y is greater than 0. So which one here says y is greater than 0? Right here. So your answer is D as in dog. One, two, three, 4, 5. All right, you guys. So before we go on to 300, I'm gonna give you guys a break today. Sorry. All right, you guys, we're gonna power through this, baby. We have 16 more minutes left. We'll get through this. Number 300. So woohoo, you guys hit 300. We've gone over 300 questions in this class. So how are the graphs this and this related? So take a moment, take a look at this. Okay, if you take a look at the first one right there, what is the square root of 16? Square root of 16 is 4, right? What is a cube root of 64? So what this is saying is that you need to have three numbers that are exactly the same, multiply together to give me a 64. If you do 2 times 2 times 2, that'll be 8. That's too small. 3 times 3 times 3, that's 27. Still too small. 4 times 4 is 16. Times 4, it is 64. So what is the cube root of 64? It is 4. So what is the relationship between these two? They are exactly the same, is your answer. Okay, 301. You just skipped over to 300, so we're over that hump. So take a moment and read the question and highlight it, please. Make sure you guys have the answers. All right, so this is looking for the function here. It says, which one could be this function? Well, if you look at this here, the axis of symmetry, which is a line that is going through right here, is at 4, right? So the axis here is x is equal to 4. But if I plug it into this equation with the parenthesis, it has to be an opposite sign. So x minus 4 squared. So which one has x minus 4 squared? Because remember, it's x minus h squared. H is equal to x, but the h has to be opposite sign. All right, let's go in 302, you guys. Which best describes this transformation? Okay, so we're gonna do this, okay? You're gonna have x plus 3 squared plus 4. And that's aligned with plus or minus a, x minus h squared plus k. So write those two things down that tell you which one tells you to go up, which one tells you to go down, etc. Okay, so what you're gonna look at is K. If K is gonna be a positive, it means 4 up. So positive K means you go up, negative K means you go down. Positive 3. Positive 3 means they're gonna go 3 to the left. So which one there says 3 left and 4 up? Bless you. All right, let's go on to the next one. 303, you guys. So 2 more to go, and then we are done. So go ahead and highlight this one. All right, so negative versus a positive, okay? If Giselle's is x squared, this is what hers looks like that, okay? Then Robin's is gonna be a negative x squared, so this is Robin's. So if it's a negative x squared, it's gonna look like this. So you see how they're opposite and they're reflected over this x-axis. It's like flipping it over. You know what I mean? So which one says x-axis and flip? X-axis, reflection, A as an apple. So even though this one has like a lot of words in it, it's not a difficult question. It just requires you to kind of read the question and know the difference between a positive x squared and a negative x squared. All right, 304, you guys have 2 more to go. All right, so with this one, it is saying that it is going to go up to left, or I'm sorry, translate 7 to the left. So that's going to be x plus 7. That's the first thing you have. Okay. And then it says something like it's 3 down. So then it's going to be minus 3. So which one has x plus 7 squared minus 3? And that is your correct answer. All right. We are officially done, you guys. That is your last question.